on our website, so you can click into that, and they're getting really, really good.
Okay. So motion is to refer to the budget department. All in favor of that? Carried. Thank you. Correspondence for council direction, Grand Bend Tourism. Also a budget item there. Councilor Russell. Second by Councilor Bonstead. Comment, question?
I'm just wondering as well if this is something that we need to refer onto the county, and just the role of TSL and how the two mesh. In addition to, I mean, we're going to have this. In addition, it comes to our budget, but I think we need to take it a little further.
Forward that request on. Councilor Bonstead.
Second. And just like Councilor McGuire is now our liaison with the chamber, and I think it's even more than the county. Councilor Roman, I think it's different municipalities that benefit from these services because they've got people from Park Hill and you name it. So I think you know what, and Councilor McGuire, we need to look at it, but I think I'd like to see this broken down a little bit more, that it's shared.
That was part of the request when they got the funding last year, that did they approach South Huron or other municipalities for contributions. Deputy Mayor Day.
Yes, one thing I appreciate with the county is that they're very hesitant to invest in operating expenses, and they invest in capital expenses. And one of the things that the chamber brought up at their annual general meeting in November was that they have plans to initiate this weatherations, or the weatherations, and which would be a means by which you can reserve rooms, or at least find your contacts online, so that people don't have to call the chamber to find out if there are rooms available in Grand Bend area. And what you need is heads and beds, I guess, is this lingo to get people buying in stores, people buying in restaurants, right? So I think this is a wonderful initiative, and I would like to see us invest in that specifically, and whatever kind of cost it would take to implement that program. And I'd like to see them actually break out specifically what they anticipate the costs will be for that initiative, because that would be beneficial to all businesses, all of the hotels in the area, and all of the businesses in the area, as opposed to those who are just members. But there's an initiative for people who are not members of the chamber to come on board, because there are reductions. If you're a member, you get a special rate. If you're a non-member, you get a different rate. And there's reservations. So I think that's one of the best initiatives I've seen for a while.
Councilor Scott.
We've started our economic task force, and I think that along with the chamber handling the stuff that they handle, there's a number of items in there that would also pertain to economic development. So I'd like to also see some of the reference coming that way to us once we get going on it.
Okay. Councilor Underwood.
Yeah, I think it's important that we be careful that we don't end up doing a piecemeal, scattergun approach to overall economic development within Mountain Shores. We're trying to start an economic development ad hoc committee eventually. We've got to support them from council because we haven't got off our bombs and got anything done over the last 6 or 7 months. So, you know what, we're a work in progress and we're going to have to do that. But if they can create some sort of environment where we can promote this kind of business that can eventually, let's say, be extended to all of Mountain Shores, this would be the ultimate goal in my mind.
By sending this to the county, it gives them the message that we want to do something. We're supporting this. We're sending it to our budget. Councilor Russell, but also going to the town. No? Councilor Russell.
Well, I personally, just sending it to the county is reactive, as I've seen in the past when we had a TSL in here. And we just went through a TSL review in the county, and I think if I remember correctly, last year Marlene's budget got knocked back by $150,000. Am I correct about that?
About that.
So she got knocked back by $150,000, and I'm not sure, but probably somebody in the chamber could tell us. I know that she was up in our area a lot because I work in the business as well, and we saw her a lot. I don't know in terms of the value thing. I think we have to be careful how we present that to the county, because what we've heard in the past, and I think Councilor Oman knows where I'm going with this, is it's like, you know, for some reason we have this tendency going, what do we get for our buck? You know, I think it's more like, well, where are you guys going? starting an exercise, I'd rather invite TSL to the table and say, how can we work on this together? Are there things that you can share in the costs, that you can bring from the county, you can share versus, you know, this approach of sending it off to the county? What does that say? We've done that in the past, and you know the answers we got the last 2 years, Mr. Mayor. I don't know what happened in the previous 8, but obviously the ugliness that went on in the previous 8 predicated what answers we got the last 2, which was nothing. Oh, maybe, yeah. Break bread with them. I don't care. Just be nicer.
That's quite correct. I mean, we don't have a good track record of partnering in a positive way with Sarnia-Lambton Economic Partnership, with Tourism Sarnia-Lambton, and so on. So actually, to bring them to the table and to talk about how we can work together probably makes a whole lot more sense in this regard. I guess I do want to say kudos to the chamber for the work that they do. We know how hard they work. We know how hard they work to promote our area out there. I'm also really pleased to see that there is a comment here that they are going to expand their visitor guide, and that there could possibly be some reference to the other communities in Lambton Shores, because let's face it, and we'll have this discussion at budget meetings, if we are going to be providing dollars, then that's for all of Lambton Shores. The chamber does work for their particular businesses, but also to promote the area. But okay, if we're putting some money up, then it's for all of Lambton Shores. So just as I am as proud of Grand Bend and the beach and the main street and all that it has to offer, and proud of the Pinery for bringing 1 million people to this area, I'm also proud of the Forest Heritage District and of Rock Glen and of Twin Pines and of the Herd Farm and all of these things, and the famous Canettle Theater and Forest. And I would hope that if I walked into the chamber, that there would be somebody that would be able to answer questions and promote those areas as well in the future. So I see lots of promise for this.
Mr. Russell?
I think last fall, for all the discussion we had about the money we gave them, this was an investment in the future last fall. That's my view, simple as that. Because our future, we're just starting to describe now, so that was an investment. And I think they're going to crack on it, they're expanding, and that's what we want to see. I think it's wonderful.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Day?
After our discussion, this motion is called, I'd like to make another motion with regards to asking for some more specifics about the obligations and the actual costs they anticipate that would be associated with that, if it's permissible.
On the point of order, that's kind of operating. I think you've got 2 economic development chairs, you've got a liaison with the chamber. I think that's a great suggestion, but I don't know whether we can move to tell them how to do their business.
We're not telling them how to do their business, we're asking for more information. That's the idea.
Let's deal with the motion first. Can we have the motion,
Could you clarify the motion, please?
please clarify, who made,
It's me, refer to budget.
refer to budget was the original?
Original motion.
That was, yeah, there was no amendment to that.
No.
Okay, so the motion is that this be referred to budget. Was there,
The comment about sending to county was in the discussion afterwards, and so that's
we've
fine.
had the discussion, so
We've
the
had
motion,
that discussion.
the motion is just refer this to budget. Second by Councilor Monstead, we clear with that? There's no amendment?
Electronic devices may say otherwise, but that's what I think of.
Okay. Councilor Scott?
Marty and I plan for Councilor Underwood and I plan to have that meeting coming up in the very near future. Perhaps we could meet with the chamber ourselves and discuss stuff with them. Then that way, we're working together. We can start a partnership that way.
Sure.
Today, because it's his school.
That can be set up. Right now, the motion is to refer to budget. Further discussion, all in favor of that?